Even with the Generals with 4:07 to play in the third. Jousters already had to use one timeout. They get a play clock reset. Two-point try. Anderson pressure again. Throws for the end zone. Passes incomplete looking for Simmons. Flags are down. There was a lot of movement on the right side of the offensive line, left side of that defensive line.
Offside. Defense, number 97. The ball be placed at the 1-yard line. But we're attempt to try.
A rare mistake today for Carroll Phillips.
This gives you a little opportunity, right, to run the football if you want here. Right at the top of the screen, you were right, some early motion, trying to get a little bit of a head start, clearly into the neutral zone, trying to jam the tight end. And now the entirety of that play open from the one.
A toss play, Coleman in trouble. Coleman going nowhere. Tacked from Jalen Harris and finished off by Malik Gant. Two-point try, no good, but the touchdown gets 6 on the board, and we've got a ball game in Houston. Generals lead. Generals 15, Jousters 13. 4:07 remaining in the third. Kevin Kugler alongside Brock Hewer, joined by Donnie Ernsberger, who has become the touchdown machine for the Jousters here in week 1 of the Spring League. 2 touchdowns scored today. Donnie, congratulations. What's week 1 been like for you? Not only this game, but the entire week leading up to it.
I think the week has been great. We have Coach Gilbride. I couldn't ask for a better coach. You know, he's really about the details. So only having that week doesn't really matter, and it doesn't apply to us because Coach Gilbride is all about the details, and he gets us rallied up in our meetings, and we execute. So
tell me about the second touchdown there. What happened? What transpired from your perspective?
I was trying to set a pick for the number 2 receiver. You know, just give a little hesitation if a guy was carrying him man, and then I just had a seam route and it was covered, so I just followed the quarterback on our scramble rules.
Whoa, not a pick, right? Rub route, not a pick.
Yeah, rub route.
Yeah. I was going to say, every defensive player watching this just stood up on their couch and said, "I knew those guys were picking. I knew it." Donnie, let's go back to the route. Yeah, exactly. Let's go back to the first touchdown that you scored today to get the Jousters on the board. Walk us back through that one and how similar it was to what you saw just a moment ago on your second touchdown.
The first one, we lined up in a bunch, and, you know, it's hard for a defense to, you know, figure out which way the routes are going, in breaking, out breaking. And we had our point tight end. He ran an inside corner route, so he got that guy moving inside. I chipped the defensive end, and they ended up dropping me. And Perez was right there. He saw everything, so he dumped it off to me, and it was an easy touchdown.
Hey, Donnie, last thing here. What's this opportunity mean for you?
It's a great opportunity. You know, a lot of people here have been in the NFL, they've been in the XFL and stuff like that, and the opportunity to come back out here and show. A lot of players haven't been in football for the last year and a half, and, you know, this is just as good as it gets right now, and we love it, and it's a great opportunity. I couldn't ask for a better coach and a better team right now. So.
Well, Donnie, best of luck the rest of the way. 2 touchdowns on the board already. Good luck in the final stages of this one.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Donnie Ernsberger, 2 touchdowns, and the word opportunity, I can't tell you how many times, Brock, we have heard that from players and coaches alike over the last 48 hours with these games and the meetings we've had with players and coaches in this Spring League.
You sometimes don't always appreciate what you got until it's taken away from you.
And 2nd and 5. Good penetration. That's Darius Mulraney. Second time we've called the native of Holland, Michigan, and the former Kansas Jayhawks name on that defensive line for the Jousters.
Yeah, and you could just see the frame, kind of like on the other side, right? We've seen Carroll Phillips. And there's just some intrigue here. You're 6'5", you're 260 pounds, not a ton of football, just a couple years at Kansas, but he fights right through the block. You can't hesitate there if you're Jordan Murray, the tackle. You got to put a body on a body. That's well done, carving through for the TFL.
Yeah, he was a real limited guy before the 2019 season in Kansas when he kind of burst onto the scene for the Jayhawks with 40 tackles, 2.5 sacks. 3rd and 8 for Ryan Mallett. Mallett with protection to the sideline. Sewell with the catch. Terrific tackle by Shalom Luani. to keep him from turning upfield and getting the first down.
Yeah, Shalom Luani is a guy that's played a bunch of football, 31 games in the NFL, lots of special teams. And I like this decision for Mallett. He doesn't hold the ball. These are the situations now, 3rd and 8. You got to go make a play. But you could see Sewell still trying to secure that catch first. That hesitation cost him, and Luani cuts down the legs.
He was a 7th rounder in the 2017 NFL draft by the Raiders. And in that opening game of the 2017 season, recovered an onside kick for the Raiders. Part of his time in the National Football League. Irulahu to punt it away. A short punt. Takes a good bounce for the Generals, and it'll roll down near the 10-yard line. Jousters with some work to do deep in their own end. Just a 2-point game late in the 3rd on Fox. Jousters down 2, 1:38 remaining in the 3rd. Kevin Kugler alongside Brock Hewitt. Drew Anderson coming out for his 2nd drive. Brock, his first was a heck of a way to introduce himself to the Spring League.
Yeah, he watched the entire first half, and he came out in the second half here with this chance, right? He admittedly said he's a little bit behind Luis Perez and trying to just understand all of this offense. But then when it comes to competing, you just got to go play. And Drew did a nice job with his legs, extending plays, and this was the dart in the red zone. I'll tell you what I loved about that one. We have Luis Perez mic'd up, and it was Perez from the sidelines that you could hear say, nice, right when that ball comes out of Drew's hands. So encouragement between the two competitors.
And Drew Anderson back to work again. 5 of 7 on that opening drive. Working from his own 11 to start this possession. And a delayed handoff to Levon Coleman, and Coleman tripped up at the 15 after a 4-yard gain.
I'll tell you one thing he did not see for Drew Anderson. You can hear Perez.
32.
So that's a wristband play, right? As you hear the two of them, Gilbride and Perez, try to communicate. One thing he did not see a lot of is the Generals very aggressive. There's not a lot of exotic blitzes, but they can bring 4 or 5 to a side. Let's see if they get out of just so much of that zone coverage that Drew was able to dice and pick apart on his drive.
And all Jousters in this 3rd quarter.
Comes 5.
Anderson in trouble and got rid of it before he was pulled down. Good presence and strength by Drew Anderson as he was being yanked down to get rid of that football.
And I think that was Westbrook's in his arms once again. You just eventually know, right? If you see a quarterback get into rhythm, the guys on the other side, Jeff Reinbold, the D coordinator for the Generals, just going to bring a little different picture. Yeah, nice job finding the check down and just being able to save those 4 or 5 yards. Critical on 3rd down.
3rd and 6. Maybe the final play of this 3rd quarter. 4-man rush this time. Anderson fires incomplete. Trying to get it to a sliding Donnie Ernsberger, and a 3-and-out this time for Drew Anderson of the Jousters offense.
Yeah, a little more energy that time from the Generals defensively too. I don't think they love seeing number 5 come in and march it all the way down the field, running and throwing.
Hey, bro, you got
They'll hustle and get the punt off. Colton Schmidt trying to use the wind to the 32-yard line. Tears working and not going anywhere because A.J. Hendy was not going to let him go. In fact, still hasn't. Finally releases Spencer Tears as we have reached the end of the 3rd quarter. Good finish coming up in Houston. 2-point ball game as the Spring League wraps up week number 1 on Fox. Pretty good afternoon of football here on Fox. Alongside Brock Hewitt, I'm Kevin Kugler. A 15-13 lead for the Generals as the offense takes the field again for the Generals behind Ryan Mallett making his return to professional football for the first time since October of 2017. And you see the offense in the first half versus the second half. The defense of the Jousters has stymied Ryan Mallett in this Generals offense so far.
Hey, you're on, Melvin.
15 minutes to play in Houston. And on First down off play action. The check down to the running back Darnell Holland, and Holland trying to break free, and he does so across the 40 to the 41. Likely had him around the ankle, and he fought through the tackle to get positive yardage.
You could just tell Ryan Mallett having some fun too, right? Understanding where everybody is on the field, just pre-snap right there, right? It was just a very little thing, but he said, "Hey, Malcolm, you're on the ball."
All right, let's go. Let's go. Right trick, Lizzie. Okay. Sell, indigo. On one-on-one, right?
And that's just getting everybody lined up. You know, it's avoiding a negative penalty. That's what's derailed their last 2 drives. A negative tackle for loss and unsportsmanlike penalty. But I like just the overall command of the entire field for Mallett today.
2nd and 3. Mallett steps up in the pocket, fires a strike to Melvin Vaughn. He's got a first down. I know it's the high school level, Brock, but how much more confident do you think Mallett is in and out of the huddle, having coached at Mountain Home High School?
Well, you said it earlier. It's being receptive to coaching. It's understanding, right? And you can feel that command in the huddle. He's changing protections and getting everybody lined up. Right? When you're a coach, you worry about every last little detail, that attention to detail. And that's what I'm sensing today as much as anything.
From the 44, 4 yards on the ground for Paul Terry to the 40-yard line off the first down of the second half for the Generals.
Oh, here we go now. Let's go. Right trips, Lizzie, spacing, slant on one-on-one, right? Trips now, trips. Right now, Melvin. Ready?
Terry, the running back, on 2nd down and 6. Mallett over the middle finds Devin Gray, and the Cincinnati product has another first down.
Once again, you're seeing what? A check down, a swing route, a little spot curl route. You're just seeing the distribution to everybody on the field. 8 different receivers and running backs catching the ball in the first half. That's part of what Bart Andrus loves to do. And what he's done really at every single level that Bart has ever coached. This is what I would consider a QB-friendly system with lots and lots of answers.
First down and 10. Mallett hands it off to Holland, who's down to the 29. 4 more on the ground for Darnell Holland. He's at 35 yards rushing on the afternoon. Brings up 2nd and 6.
And this was the area of the game last night, as we call the Sea Lions and Blues game. Look at the hands on hips. We're really on both sides for those big fellas, because there is no amount of gassers that you're going to run. There's no amount of weights that you can lift to really get you into football shape. And you see those guys up front starting to suck a little wind. All felt great. Fresh legs, fresh opportunity. But when you're 300 plus on a humid day, you start to get a little winded.
From the 29-yard line, play action. Mallett with pressure up the middle, throwing on the run and incomplete. Dominique Davis from UNC Pembroke was chasing from the middle, and Mallett got rid of that one. Brings up 3rd and 7. Talk about opportunity, Brock, and this is another guy in Dominic Davis who's looking at this as an opportunity. Signed with the Jets coming out of UNC Pembroke, failed to physically, battled a torn labrum in his shoulder in his senior year. An opportunity in the spring league to show that he's healthy and to try to show himself for a mini camp or an opportunity for camp later on in the fall.
We didn't have time to line up and get it snap. Didn't have time to line up and get it snap. It was 10 seconds.
And a timeout is called. We'll step aside as well. 2-point game in the 4th.
Hank stutter, hook stutter right here. Now you're the X? Oh, yeah. Oh, let's go. Oh, yeah. Hey, just a little bit. Just a little bit now. Hey, I'm meet you in Arizona.
A little hook stutter.
Hey, O-line. Hey, O-line, come here. O-line, come here. Hey, come here. Listen, give me a little time on this. We got a double move, okay? Give me some time now, because if we get this, it's 6.
7 yards, Ron. You know I got your back.
Yeah, where you at?
Outside. So a little hook stutter here. And again, that's just a little attention to detail, right? Coaching everybody on the field. You see 13 right there in your screen. He's going to come to the bottom of the screen. He's going to run a little hook and go. And for Mallett here, you got to give him time. That group up front's got to protect right down here.
3rd and 7. Has the time. Looking deep for the end zone. Incomplete. He was trying to track with COC Mariner, and Mariner saying I was held. Look at my jersey. Nothing doing, and it's fourth down.
Yeah, I think it was Brandon Bryce, the corner, right? You could see he's got eyes into the backfield here. He bites just a little bit, but I think that's a pretty good no call. They let these guys play, and he didn't bite quite enough. Sometimes the best laid plans and the best laid double moves, Kugler, fall to the turf just like that.
So now a 47-yard try for three. Liram Hairulahu, who hit from 59 earlier. 47 is nothing. And the lead grows to 5. 2020 championship game, the Generals defeated the Aviators 37-14. Now head coach Bart Andrus has the Generals back to defend their title here in 2021. And the Generals enjoying a 5-point lead in the fourth. Liram Hairulahu 4 for 4 today. After that 47-yarder stretches the lead to 5.
Right. How are you?
Hairulahu ready to kick it off.
You've really nailed that name as a broadcast.
Thank you.
Along. Yes.
Thank you. Spent a good week saying it over and over again. And the kickoff fielded at the 4-yard line. And pretty good coverage by the Generals. Delance Turner right up the middle and saw the door close quickly on him. Spring League Week 2 gets going on Saturday on Fox as the Alphas take on the Conquerors. Both were winners in their opening games this week. The Aviators and the Linemen follow Saturday night on FS2, and then a doubleheader Monday of next week on FS1 as the Generals and the Sea Lions clash, followed by the Jousters and the Blues.
In a short season, you really can't afford to start 0-2. So that second game to next Saturday afternoon that you and I will be calling. A little bit of desperation on the line, and a good one here, just like the other 3 games of this weekend. All